So, hi. So 3% of adult cancer patients ever enroll in a clinical trial. Around half the oncology trials miss their enrollment targets. Those aren't two problems. They're one problem, seen from two sides. As you can see here, this is the wall. We're on the clinicaltrials.gov website, and eligibility criteria are written for regulators and physicians. Patient whose disease is just progressed reads this and cannot tell what it means to them, so they stop looking at it. The trial stays under-enrolled, and both sides lose for the same reason. So I'm going to go ahead and search multiple myeloma here. And if we click on each one of these right here, we can see that it was clearly built for not the user. Clearly built for a doctor, a researcher, a scientist specifically. And that's where we created ClearTrial. ClearTrial reads the patient's own words, checks them against the published criteria, and keeps the reasons for both sides of that wall. So if we look here, this is going to be our patient tab. Here we can have, here's an example of a sample patient that we have staged here. Daniel is a 58-year-old with stage 4 lung cancer, 4 rounds of carboplatin and pemetrexed spreading again. So let's go ahead and click the extraction. And as you can see here, there are now clinical trial matches for Daniel. And as you can see, it makes it a lot more plain English language and easier to read. His history then becomes structured facts so that he, in his own words, can see and understand them and produce them in his own words. And nothing is inferred. You can ask the system to guess a performance status from "I still work part-time," and it returns a null. If you didn't say that, it stays unknown. Then the trial is checked line by line against published criteria, what he meets and what rules him out, but still needs his doctor as well. And in the end, if he finds a study that he wants to participate in, he can go ahead and click draft an email to the study team. And it will open a pre-filled out report of the clinical trial, where the clinical trial actually came from, and a little bit of information about Daniel himself. And then from the researcher side, they have a view to go over here. Every one of these is every one of those rejections is a data point about the protocol itself as well. And so the recruitment pressure card, across this portfolio, one criterion prior to PD-1 and PD-L1 therapy block most of the interested patients. Not eligibility is too strict, a specific sentence and a specific protocol quoted from the source. And this is simulated demand cohort. The dashboard says so here. And as you can see, the researcher is now able to have a full view of what can be read, where the information came from, and how it was derived as well. And I think with something like this, helping researchers and users getting connected together will help both sides of the field become more successful in their endeavors. Thank you.